It's time for Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94th Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. The Rend Lake College pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon. We welcome you to Brennan Klein Memorial Field, where the Mount Vernon Rams return home for baseball action, putting that 3-0 mark on the line against the Triad Knights. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton is back in the studio. Glad to have you with us here on Election Day as the Mount Vernon Rams look for win number 4 on the year against Triad, as aforementioned. Knights come in 1-0 on the season. They beat Effingham to start off the year by a final of 12-5. They come in here today. These two teams have battled for many years. At one time, this was the game that you typically would open up the Rams season. Now it's in the second week of the year, and these two teams look to continue this rivalry. And what a good day to do it.
Perfect day for the opening day of spring. The Triad Knights. It's a new little series here with Mount Vernon Rams. Brennan Klein Field, beautiful day. Lots of sun, lots of wind. Shorts weather, T-shirt. Beautiful day for a baseball game here between two good baseball schools.
Great day for your Rend Lake College pregame show. And at Rend Lake College, you can find over 100 degree and certificate programs and save thousands on your education. Visit them online at rlc.edu. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Again, Avery Barton is back in the studio here for your Rend Lake College pregame show. And Danny, it is not a surprise. We will see some Mississippi Valley teams quite possibly in the postseason. Most of those Mississippi Valley teams are on the schedule, but it may come sooner than we think as the baseball regional side assignments and sectional sectional assignments were released today. And the Mount Vernon Rams will have to go through Waterloo to win a regional crown this year.
Yeah, different, totally different. A lot of that was due to the fact of, we'll give a couple examples, 2A schools such as Effingham St. Anthony drop into 1A. You look at Alsop, who was a 3A, dropping down into 2A, and, you know, you go through, and you're going to have to hold on with me here for fear papers running out to the left field line here with the wind. The Mattoon sectional will have the Waterloo Regional, which is interesting. It's Carbondale, Marion, Mascoutah, Mount Vernon, and Waterloo. So the South 7 Conference tournament has been broken up because Centralia will actually go to the Highland Regional to join Cahokia, East St. Louis, and these Triad Knights. So a very interesting setup with the IHSA. There's also some interesting setups. They mixed up 2A. They mixed up 1A. So different teams playing each other in postseason. Very interesting matchups, even with the first 2 weeks of results coming in.
There are, and of course, we have plenty to talk about here on the Rend Lake College pregame show. Explain more about the postseason. We need to take a break. This is the RLC pregame on WMIX.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and mywithersradio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
Daydreaming of owning a home? People's National Bank can help your dreams become a reality. We are excited to offer Smart Move mortgages. Smart Move offers affordable fixed-rate financing, down payment assistance, and closing cost assistance for qualified borrowers. Call me, Joy Schrader, Mortgage Specialist, at 241-6928 today for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Our new Mount Vernon location is bigger and better than ever, allowing us to be the best at repairing your ride and offering premium detailing. We're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. Landers Collision Centers believes in maintaining the highest quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We also believe in making sure your insurance claim is handled quickly and even give you a car to drive while we restore yours. Now, we're also equipped to offer everyday premium detailing. We'll restore that showroom shine and that new car smell. That's right. We'll be more than happy to clean up your ride and get it ready for any occasion. Any vehicle that comes to Landers with over $2,500 in damages is entitled to 2 absolutely free details per year, with an opportunity to keep our work looking spectacular as long as you own your vehicle. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon. Big or small, Landers fixes and details them all. Call us at 1-888-LANDERS. Whenever you need us, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Brennan Klein Field. The Triad Knights and the Mount Vernon Rams await you here on the Rinlake College pregame show. Rinlake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit them online at rlc.edu. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for Rams baseball 4-0. Looks to go the Mount Vernon Rams. They have a tough one against Waterloo tomorrow on the road. But before the break, we were talking about postseason assignments, and to expound on that just a little bit, another team that I forgot about having dropped down was East St. Louis to 3A in all sports, at least in the 4-class system. And then you have Salem, of course, also dropping down to 2A. They're in action against Benton today, and really, you think about it, we saw Salem to open the year. Rams won that one 3-2. Salem's going to give some teams some fits at 2A.
It's one of those deals. I read an article in a local, well, not local, I guess Metro East newspaper last night regarding a couple things with Althoff. Of course, their football stadium getting ready to be demolished except for the end zone stands and getting ready to be redone now. And then I read where the Althoff baseball team talking big things because they're playing obviously a big 3A, 4A schedule, some 2A and 1A sprinkled in, but they're looking to excitement to that postseason, the opportunity to bump down from 3A to 2A to compete against the smaller schools. And it's been a while since Althoff's competed down in that smaller school class. And being with 2A, you expect somebody like an Althoff to make a run, as will Anthony at St. Anthony in 1A.
Well, if I recall correctly, they shimmied down to Class A and 2-class system with Kevin Lynch's senior year, the year that he ended up getting injured. I believe that was 04, 05, if I'm not mistaken. And then bumped up to back up to AA before the 4-class expansion. And since there's been 3A, that's been a baseball program there, Denny, that even though they may not have gotten a lot of postseason recognition, have always played the Rams tough. And it'll be interesting to see those matchups throughout the year as well. As the Rams take the field, we probably need to know the Central Christian Church batting orders first with the Triad Knights.
Well, the Triad Knights will flip the big Bob Carpenter book over. We'll lead off in right field Blake Thomas. Batting second at second, Ty Lewis. Batting third, the catcher, Dylan Johnson. The cleanup spot, first baseman, Keith Wright. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Andrew Range. Batting sixth, Cody Massey in left. Batting seventh at third, H.A. Wise. Batting eighth at short, Lucas Infante. And batting ninth, in center, Troy Wiesmeyer for the Knights of Troy Triad High School.
Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than their website, thenewcentral.com, where you can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. That's thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. According to my weather app here, winds about 14 miles per hour. Of course, you can always double that at Brennan Klein Field, so it feels more like 28 miles per hour as it blows everything around. But we're glad to have you with us. The Rams, of course, defensively will look as follows. Pat Bradford out in the left. Landon Thomas getting the start in center. Clayton Reeves back out in right field. Zane Saunders at the hot corner third base. Zach Jones at short. Matt Williams is at second base. Trevor Flota back from his trip to Peoria. He'll get the start at first. Grant Garrett's behind the dish. And Jared Antis, the Rams ace, will get the start on the hill today. First, it is a right-hander, Blake Thomas, to get us started. Rams and Triad, first pitch will come at 4:21, so about 9 minutes early, and then it's going to be a first pitch pop into center field. Thomas will make the grab.
One pitch, one out. That's what you want to see out of Mr. Young as he begins his day. And I see Trevor Flota here today. A little concerned about him after his team on Friday night were eliminated early. He's not been to talk to himself with me here since then.
No doubt. As Ty Lewis, another right-hander, will stand in against Jared Antis. Jaybird fires.
That was a strike.
Okay.
It's going to be a quick one underneath right here.
Thank you.
All right.
0-1 to Ty Lewis. Antis, the right-hander, out of the wind-up. Here comes the next one. Inside, down to the third base. It'll be Harrison to pick it up, fire across the diamond. Great grab by Flota at first base. 5-3 is the put out, 2 away here with only 3 pitches in the top half of the first, no score.
Good start to the game through 3 pitches, 2 outs. as we get about a 10-minute early head start here. For those of you coming around the traffic.
I got to write down the start time.
I did, 4:20,
I
baby.
love that.
Already wrote it down. This book has got, I've even put the weather down and everything.
Outstanding. Hey, 2 degrees, I believe, is the first pitch temperature.
Really?
Might have gone. That's what my app says. Doesn't mean a thing.
Mine says 79.
Well, yours might be actually a little more accurate than mine. I don't trust mine, but
Mine's
too lazy to download
mine's a local TV station app.
I trust that over mine.
Okay, I took 79.
1-0 is the count here. Dylan Johnson, the catcher, 2 away. Nobody aboard, and that'll be a scene. Ground ball through the left side of the infield, misplayed in left. Some extra bases coming for Dylan Johnson.
Yeah, we got a single and an error as the ball got in the outfield between Bradford's legs, and that will go as a single, as I said, and an error. As we will continue to begin here.
Keaton Wright will stand in with a runner in scoring position, 2 outs, top of the first, no score yet. That could change with the swing of the bat from this left-hander, Keaton Wright. First baseman for the Knights. This was a close one last year. I believe the Rams and Triad 1-run ball game, and then Waterloo the very next day, not unlike this year, except the locations were opposite. 2 away here for Wright as he'll stand in. The wind's really picking up. They're blowing, I would say, out to left center.
25, 30 gusts on our gust.
Wind consistently not expected to be below about 12 miles per hour. First pitch is on the way, swung and a miss. Blew a strike right by the left-handed Keaton Wright, and it's 0-1.
Already got a confirmation. Table's ready for us.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
They take care of us in places.
Yep.
Of course, that'll be something to talk about as summer approaches. 0-1 is the count here to the lefty right. Anthony looks back to the runner on second, fires home, and it's going to be fouled down the left field line. Well out of play, 0-2.
I like the way Young's pitching so far.
I think you have to appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, he's keeping the ball down. You know, he had 1 fly out to center. That was not hit very hard. He had the ground to third, and he had that base hit that got by Bradford and left. But again, Young's kept the ball away so far.
0-2 the count with 2 gone and a runner on second base here. Top half of the first, right at the dish. 0-2 is the count. Trying to keep this runner from getting any further. Anthony stares down to his catcher, Grant Garrett. We'll see what Jared comes with here on 0-2. Out of the stretch. Here we go. It's on the way this time. That's going to be fouled left field side, deep out of play. And Anthony's doing a great job here of keeping the count in his favor, 0-2.
Another idea on my book.
Gotcha.
That'll come as the season goes along.
A place for stats?
Just, a different way to mark things to help me use another symbol to mean something else.
I gotcha. 0-2 the count. Right will call time.
Umpire's wearing the American League book today. We were talking about off air.
Yeah, the red. Don't usually see the red very often. I know there's red, black, light blue, navy blue, cream.
I've not seen the cream.
I haven't either. I thought I saw it mentioned on Facebook. That could have just been facetiousness. 0-2 comes again. Check swing in the dirt. And it's 1-2 to right. Cleanup batter here for the Knights. They have a runner on second base, but no score top of the first inning. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. If you're tuned in anticipation of the 5 o'clock news, you, of course, will have to flip over to 94.1 FM today. The news is brought to you by People's National Bank and Ford Square King City Chrysler Center. 1-2 the count here on right. Antis will look back at the runner on second. Marginal lead at best, and here comes the next one, foul back. So Wright doing a great job of trying to wear down the Ram pitcher, Jared Antis.
This will be the 6th pitch that Wright will see in this at-bat. Nice, strong-looking left-hander in the box, batting in the cleanup spot.
1-2 count. The right-hander battling the lefty, and the lefty right now trying to wear down the crafty right-handed pitcher, Jared Antis. Rams ready to go defensively. Antis will look back at the runner on second. We'll see what happens out of the stretch. Looks back again, fires home. Curveball that time, punch him out. That'll be a backwards K, and so Antis gets his man in to threaten the top of the first. As the Knights strand a runner. No score. We head to the bottom half of the inning. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
The Cruise and the Equinox continues to be very hot sellers for us. The Malibu's doing well. The Malibu is 32 miles per gallon. It's a great sized vehicle. It's a good looking car. We do really well with the Malibu. Right now they have $2,500 rebate, $500 if you own a GM vehicle, 99 or newer. So the incentives are really strong.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Field. The Mount Vernon Rams in the bottom half of the first, no score. Let's see what we have here. The Rams batting order, of course, is presented by Central Christian Church, where you can discover the excitement. Central offers exciting worship experiences packed with energy, relevant teaching, and awesome programming for children and youth. Log on to thenewcentral.com for service times and more information. Of course, the Rams will lead off with Zach Jones, the shortstop. Center fielder Landon Thomas bats second. Zane Saunders, the third baseman, will bat third. Grant Garrett in the cleanup role, also the catcher. Colin Young, your designated hitter, will bat fifth. Batting sixth out in left field will be Pat Bradford. Trevor Float is at first base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Matt Williams, the second baseman. And your right fielder, Clayton Reeves, will round out the batting order, batting ninth. Defensively for the Knights, it'll be Massey, Wiesemeyer, Thomas from... Is that right? Yeah, from left to right. Wise and Fonte, Lewis, and Wright from third to first. Johnson behind the plate, and Range. Not Rangy, but Range, I understand. On the hill, the lefties, Jones will get us started here. Bottom half of the first, no score. Swings and misses at the first pitch down central. It's 0-1. Rams baseball, of course, presented by Banterra Bank. Lead off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. As Jones will have to turn in, the count evens itself up on the inside pitch, 1-1. Range off of the extreme right hand of the rubber, at least from my perspective. We'll fire one inside to Jones, catches the black of the plate, and it's going to be 1-2 to the Ram shortstop. Not as much action out here in the facilities as there was yesterday. I believe the Lady Rams might be practicing out yonder, but no Lady Rams soccer.
Lady Rams are at Centralia.
Oh, that's why. That's right.
Yep.
Good call. That was on our Facebook page.
Yes, it was.
2-2 the count here to Zach Jones to lead us off. Next one's on the way. He'll strike out swinging.
Range looks pretty nasty out there.
Yeah, this is
got a look about it, you know what I mean?
This is a class that apparently they were expecting great things out of since they were in grade school at Triad, so we'll see how this one continues on.
Be a good game. I think, again, these two schools have pretty good battles.
It's a good baseball rivalry. As Thomas fouls back the first pitch, it'll be 0-1. Triad got one base hit back in the top half of the inning. Stranded that runner on second base. The Rams hope to get their first base runner here in the bottom half of the first inning with no score, as Thomas will take ball one. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. It was low. At good location horizontally, but vertically was the issue. 1-1 coming, turning inside. It'll be 2-1 as Thomas looks back ahead of the count. Beautiful day to watch a baseball game. Next one's on the way, and it's inside, 3-1. Good eye by LT.
Good start. 8 on base. Things going. Could be one of those days, I think, Chris. Small amount of runs is the only big what teams are going to scratch out today.
Amen. 3-1's coming, and Thomas will get a hold of that one. It's going towards right center. And that'll go into the gap to the 365 sign. Thomas is going to be on his horse. He'll be held up at second base. It's a 1-out double for Landon Thomas.
He jumped on that one pretty quick, and it was one of those that there was no doubt. It was just a matter of how many bases he was going to get. 1-out double.
And that'll bring up Zane Saunders.
Telling an umpire serious when he has the hockey-style mask, not 1 but 2 ball pouches on his hips. You tell you we got a serious one today.
Good time, baby.
Yes. You throw in the red top, it's on.
Red top of the red team. Gotta love it. Some confusion on my part at times. That happens. Runner on second for Zane Saunders. 1 out here at the bottom of the first. He'll take a first pitch low for ball 1. Boom. Beautiful day.
Oh, yeah.
Nice warm breeze coming in. Temperature about 79. Let's see, Coach Shaner here, Rams football coach. Now it's outside, 2-0.
2-0. The key here, I think you got to make Range work a little bit here. Early in the count, early on the mound, pretty easy to start with.
One out and a runner on second. Here we go, and that will go opposite field this time. Will it burn the right fielder? It won't. Thomas will scoot back to second. And with 2 outs now, the Rams.
Blake made that play look easy. I mean, that ball was hit on the nose. He had to jump back. He didn't turn his back. He just sprinted to his right side, turned, made a catch about head high. I'm telling you, that was a great play by Blake. He made it look easy.
That he did, as Grant Garrett, the right-hander, will stand in with 2 away and a runner on second base. Bottom half of the first inning, still no score. As the Rams trying to strike first here in the bottom half of the inning. Garrett stands in. Garrett has shown some pop off of these new bats, just hasn't been able to get the timing down. And we'll see what happens here with 2 outs. And you'll see a breaking pitch just inside the strike zone. I mean, just inside.
It looked good. Can't take that one. Swing that bat.
0-1 the count with 2 gone. Garrett will step out, steps back in. Trying to rip it rare as the wind is blowing out towards left center here from Brennan Klein Field. We await the pitch from range. It's on the way. This is high.
Didn't stay on top of that curveball. Dropped his arm that time, and it cement mixered up there in the zone. Luckily, it was high enough that Garrett couldn't get up to it.
That shouldn't have caught me off guard as it did.
Why?
I love
that. Curveball cement mixer. Just spins.
Beautiful description.
Yep, sits there.
Nice. 1-1's coming. That's going to miss outside, or will it? It does. See, because that time he went with the other arm. I should have known that.
Right arm quick punch. That's what we have today.
You're good at those idiosyncrasies. 2-1 the count, 2 gone. Runner on second base. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. No scores. The Rams battling Triad, looking for win number 4. Great block by the catcher, Johnson, as he stops it behind the plate. Could have been damaging, but it'll just remain 3-1.
Kind of like their first baseman, flat-footed on the last couple of pitches. Yeah, those kind of idiosyncrasies.
Oh, man. 3-1's coming. That's going to miss outside.
Oh, gosh.
2-out walk.
If I'm the pitcher, if I'm range, I'm kind of griping at this. Obviously not the high school level, but I'm like, where was that? As we have a courtesy runner coming in.
That's right. And what we have here, or what we don't have here, I should say, is a master's thesis being written, just simple as making a mental
Oh, my gosh, that last night was...
Here comes the runner. Courtesy runner, of course, I believe was Mr. Ellis. Colin Young will stand in. Runners on first and second, 2 gone here in the bottom half of the first inning. No score between the Rams and Triad. Range will fire. Of course, out of the stretch, the right-hander with runners aboard. And Young will take a first pitch strike. He was quick that time.
Oh, you got to be quick
Can't
with
look
him.
down.
Oh, no, this is... You sport the hockey mask, 2 ball holders, and a red shirt, it's on. Here you got the serious umpires.
See what happens. 0-1 to Young, and he will rip that one just inside the third base line. And the umpire is going to yell foul.
Oh, wow.
That was clearly inside the bag and should have scored a couple of runs for the Rams, but that'll just be a bad strike, too.
How about that?
It's like the Triad game with the Altop section all over again.
I think you go French Open down there and look for the mark, because obviously we're kind of at an angle. We're sitting directly behind home plate. We're not up above. Umpire's got the best view, so it's hard to argue with him on that call.
Well, the very upset third base coach had the best view of it.
Yeah, that's true, too.
But you just got to
challenge flag. So that red challenge flag.
0-2 the count to Young, and he'll have to do it over. Here it comes. Gets a piece of it. Didn't see it. Send it to short. It'll be a bad hop, and a run's going to score for the Rams. Took it on the board first. Took a bad hop on the shortstop at Fonny. And the Rams will lead this one 1-0.
Have to give him a single and RBI. There's nothing that Fonny could do. About took his head off, and a run scores, and the Rams get that run. Maybe a little payback. Pay me back.
A little karma.
That first one. Oh, yeah.
Not that Triad necessarily did anything wrong there, but,
No, I mean, that's just one of those deals. That ball came up, and Fonny was right there. Whatever it hit, maybe the lip of the grass with the dirt, bounced up over his left shoulder, couldn't make the play, actually had to save his head, and the Rams get a run and break out on top.
That'll bring up Pat Bradford with 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the first, Rams on top 1-0. Takes the first pitch. Thought he was going to go strike that time. All I had is zone figured out.
It's a pop. Once it hits the mitt, if that right arm goes, that's what it is. If not, it's nothing.
So 1-0 with 2 on, 2 out for Bradford. Looks at the next one. Swings with the changeup and misses. It's 1-1.
That was a nasty changeup. Yes, it was. That right arm motion was solid as it gets.
Just proud of myself for picking it up.
Looked like he had the ball in the back of his hand a little bit, holding the palm ball maybe.
Nice. Fouled off by Bradford on 1-1 to beget 1-2. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, best of all safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 1-2 the count to Bradford with 2 on and 2 out. Rams on top 1-0 on the RBI single by Colin Young. Range will come with some, I was going to start to say nasty stuff. I don't think it broke as he intended.
He has a tendency to drop down. Anthony gets some help here.
Here comes the 2-2 in the dirt. Full count now to Bradford. Keen eye there. Still with 2 aboard.
I think with this strike zone, though, if that pitch is anywhere near, you got to be ready to go.
Full count with 2 outs. Yes, indeed. Here it comes. Runner's going. That's going to be swung. Ground ball to short. And Fonnie picks up, fires the first in time.
Hey, that bat hop is in the back of his mind on that one.
Yes, it was. There was some hesitation there, but managed to throw the runner out. That does us through 1. 1-0 Rams is A Strand 2. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back, Rams baseball, Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We head to the top of the second quickly for Triad. Could be a first pitch out as pitcher Range will ground to short. In time is a throw. Great job there by Zach Jones to retire Range on the first pitch of the inning. Massey and Wise to follow as we see 5, 6, and 7. Now make it just 6 and 7. Yeah, with 1 out here in the top half of the second.
Nice to see Anthus working ahead here, as he did in his opening start of the year.
Oh, he was... I'll tell you what, had a few pitches there to start the first, and then Keaton Wright worked him, I believe, 6 or 7 pitches, finally into the inning on the backwards K. See him get that pitch count back, so to speak. It's the first pitch to the left-hander Massey will be fouled back, 0-1. The old plastic lid on the
clear plastic on styrofoam cup doesn't work. They need that red plastic back.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Wholeheartedly agree.
Keep the styrofoam, but put that red cover on top.
I'm just happy to have my styrofoam back. I got plastic yesterday. The next one's going to miss inside.
The plastic, that plastic always fearful of getting poked.
Yeah, because then it gets that nasty little diamond-shaped cut that ends up cutting your finger.
Right.
You try to plug the hole. 1-1 the cap here to Nasty. He'll foul tip that, and it's going to be 1-2 as he falls behind. I'm glad you understand where I'm going with that.
I understand totally. I mean, I'm one of those that
I'll tell you what I despise is the paper cup. If you leave out this hot summer day in your car for too long, you go poke the bottom, split splash all over you.
Well, that condensation of the plastic is an issue, too.
Yeah. 1-2 the count here, Massey, and he'll foul back to the backstop.
The only reason I do the definition of that is one of my classes is covering that. Some of my students, I have to know that.
What about condensation?
Once a year, condensation, evaporation.
Do you ever get anybody that gets into buoyancy or anything like that?
We'll get to that next chapter, in fact, I think.
Very nice. 1-2's fouled off over the batting cage with a...
I'm impressed with Triad so far through an inning and a third with the hitters up there extending count, seeing a lot of pitches from Anthus here to start this game.
We're very blessed in the sense that we get to see a lot of fun baseball.
I was told of that the other day, a couple weeks ago. I'll tell you who by.
1-2 coming, misses inside, counts even.
Get to see some good baseball at high level. One of Harrisburg, Jeff Roper. Discussed here a couple weeks ago about what I will see this year.
2-2 count, 1 gone, here it comes, and that's fouled off.
And in no respect of any other level of baseball, but as he and I were talking, in this level, 2A and 3A, you see some different people in different levels of skill that you don't normally see on a day-in, day-out basis.
Work for it. Oh, yeah. Of course, we won't see them when we thought, which is...
Yeah.
One of these days. We'll see them eventually.
We'll see them
on the 31st we're supposed to really see them. 2-2's coming again. The Massey check swing holds up in the dirt. Full count.
No precipitation today, though.
Nope, they're expecting some precip on Thursday, I believe.
Yes.
Not today, not tomorrow, but Thursday. I'm
looking
at
it. Cirrus clouds today.
Here it comes. Fouled off again, and Massey manages to stay alive in this at bat. Who will be our player of the game? If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ino, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC will have that first player of the game in the postgame show. Full count offering comes, and that's going to be sliced foul.
That's the 12th pitch.
Sliced foul. Sliced. Slice for a lefty.
This will be the 12th pitch of the at-bat right here.
Dang.
I mean, when you get your number 6 guy doing this, feels like confidence.
That it does. Full count offering, 1 out, base is empty. Over the batting cage again, left field side, out of play. And they'll keep it continued, so to speak.
Yeah, keep it continued.
Was that Sammy?
That was Sammy. Baseball's very good to me.
Right before God Bless America,
keep it
country.
Yep.
Here comes 3-2, and that's going to catch the outside corner again. So Anthus gets tired of messing around with the foul balls.
Fastball.
And then just goes outside corner.
When you can locate, as I've said, you'll hear me say this all spring, when you can locate your fastball and you have a changeup like Anthus, you can do a lot of things at this level. Location on the fastball is everything.
That's his second strikeout of the afternoon. 2 outs now, base is empty. Top of the second, still a 1-0 lead here for the Rams. Anthus will wind and fire, and that's going to get away from Garrett, but it's 1-0. That was just off his fingertips, and was trying not, I think, to injure the umpire in a place where you don't want to be hit, even with plastic. Trying to avoid it, ended up going there anyway. Sometimes that'll happen. 1-0 pitch coming. Catches the inside corner. There it was.
Yeah, that's
all. Louis in red.
That too.
Why did I do that?
I don't know.
Weird
conversing with the crowd, I guess.
I'll just anal retentive
weird
stuff like that.
I've got weird for you. You saw nothing.
1-1 coming off speed. It's 1-2.
I'll compare days. From my 8:30 to 3 for yours today. We'll see who had.
It's election day. You have no idea.
I will still compare.
1-2 the count. 2 gone. Base is empty. Top half of the second. It's a 1-0 score. Rams on top. Anthus looking to get out of the inning. Off speed again. Strikes out the batter. That'll be his first frontwards K of the afternoon. 3 on the day. We head to the bottom half of the second. 1-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
Do you know what your mortgage rate is? You probably know what your monthly payment is, but your interest rate can make a big difference. With a lower interest rate, I may be able to help lower your monthly payment. Stop by People's National Bank today and ask to see me, Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist, about refinancing your current loan. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. The Mount Vernon Rams on top of the Triad Knights here at home. 1-0. Bottom of the second coming at you will be the bottom of the order. Floto, Williams, and Reeves. As Range is out on the hill for the Triad Knights. 1-0 your score. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Banterra Bank. If you can't get to the bank during the stretch, don't worry. You can now bank while you're in the stands with Banterra cell phone banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Remember, FDIC. Look if they sponsored the win, too. First pitch on the way. Trevor takes a strike.
No, that's sponsored by Chimes.
Or
Tunnels.
Or Mills.
Oh, Don Quixote.
Turbine. 0-1 the count to Trevor. Here comes the next one on the way. Misses on the outside corner of the right-hander. 1-1.
Oh, yes.
Triad always brings a nice crowd, too. That's one of the reasons I love this game.
Welcome to spring baseball.
Oh, next one catches outside, but rolling away. It's 1-2.
Yeah. Come on, blue, and we're in red. That was classic. Yeah.
1-2's coming. There it is. That's identical location. This time it's not a strike. It's 2-2.
I can't say I wouldn't have been disappointed in that one because that was a strike, it looked like to me.
2-2 counts even. Flota gets it started. Nobody on, nobody out, obviously. And here comes the next one in the dirt, low and away. Full count. Hey, scores. Hit me.
Benton's up 3-0. He's in 1 against Salem down at Evaldi Field in Benton.
There we go. Here comes. I got another one for you. It's Flota. Fouls one off. Catcher going to hang on. Count stays full. Run Lake College men fell today, 81-77.
I want to bet today at work. That was nice.
Should have gambled.
It's only gambling if you're not going to win.
You know what? That's logic I can follow. Full count to Flota. Here it comes. Check swing, and that'll hit the outside corner.
That's a pitcher's pitch. Flota just has to tip his cap and go to the dugout. That's his pitcher's pitch. Yep. Sad part is, some people, the person I bet with, tried to skew the bet to try to win, and it's sad when people have to resort to
you say skew, and I automatically have a picture in my head as to who that was.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Williams will show bunt, knocks it down, gets it right to the pitcher, though. Williams will have to beat it out of first and just beat by a hair.
I'm telling you what, Mr. Williams got down that line pretty quick in range, kind of got off the mound and kind of underhand tossed that one, and while he was tossing the underhand, Williams made up some ground.
Yes, he
did.
Beat
that out.
It'll go down as a 1-3 with 2 outs and nobody on for Clayton Reed. Clayton gets the board while at the top of the order, coming back up with Zach Jones. I believe Clayton got a start against Pinckneyville last week. Here comes the first pitch.
I always like looking at this white Nike bat, and we'll watch it all spring. Just how pristine it was in that first game here, and then we'll check in about late May how dirty and many dings it's got on it.
Here comes the next one. Catches the outside corner. Great at location and range by range.
Laser.
Count at 1.
Laser.
Good shooter.
Finder.
Here comes. Reeves got a piece of it. Sets it short off the hop, and Fonnie fires first in time. 1-2-3 go the Rams in the home half of the second. We head to the third. Mount Vernon 1, Triad nothing. This is Rams baseball on WMIX.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We head to the top of the third. The Rams lead Triad 1-0. It took Fonnie, Wiesemeyer, and Thomas to get us started here in the top of the third, otherwise known as 8-9-1. Antis back out for another inning of work. Fifth to the batter. Garrett's going to chase after it. He'll make the almost made the diving grab. That was a strike.
Yeah, good effort there. And that ball actually got up in the wind and came back at him, and then got to it. I'm telling you what, making a catch with the old catcher's mitt's a little different than regular fielders.
Well, it's so easy for it to pop out, even if it is broken in. I remember that hellaciousness of a new catcher's mitt back in the day.
Wow, such accusations against my character being launched via the text.
Rutrow, here comes the 0-1. Foul ball, first base side, Flota will get a base. Flota will make the grab.
As far as the bet goes, I want to get this out.
Can you give me the initials of who it is?
Well, you got an idea.
Or write it down.
No, it's a business thing. But I had no direct involvement in the bet in general as far as the ground rules were concerned. I was a neutral party playing fairly.
So kind of like Switzerland.
Yes.
As the first pitch comes to Wiesemeyer for a strike right down Central, 0-1.
We're already in the top of the third.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
To say, but
it's hard to believe it's moving so quickly.
Don't say that. We'll be here till dark.
I wasn't trying to jinx it. Making an observation based on your observation. It's 0-1. Turns into another grab by Flota. Sent right to Flota the opposite way. Not really, it's a soft liner, I guess you could say. Speaking of which, Rams baseball presented by Banterra Bank. Don't bank on the away team, banks at the locals. Banterra, locally owned and operated.
That's a hard liner.
You bet. Banterra Bank. Thank you with local. That's just easy by
the red liner now.
By vocal. Red line in every single gear as Thomas will send the first pitch deep in the center field. No problem for Landon Thomas. We head to the bottom of the third. That means we're through 2.5. Still 1-0 Rams. This is Out for Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in spine surgery, treatment of the injured back, and will provide the newest state-of-the-art procedures in the region. Dr. Steinke is fellowship trained in spine and brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks and will see patients starting in April. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Let's go back to the field, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back, Mount Vernon Rams baseball on AM 94. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Park back at the studio as we head to, I believe this will be the bottom of the third inning. My collar is popped, but not because I'm trying to be quote-unquote cool or not cool, but because my neck is literally on fire. So I hope the white will reflect the sun like the top of a UPS truck.
Or a bus.
There you go. Now, they made that change in the earlier part of the off. I don't believe that was a 90s
Can't tell the difference, really.
No, it's still hot on the cheese.
If you're on that cheese, I don't care what they have. Unless they have air conditioning, it's going to be a sauna. Roasting oven.
Speaking of a guy that can get hot on the base pass, Zach Jones will stand in to start us off, top of the order. The lefty working against range. He'll drive that one in there for a ball as it misses high.
Get the feeling this might be a 1-0, 2-1 kind of ball game.
Yeah, after many years like 12-11, 13-12, as the next pitch in there for a strike to Zach. Evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Who will be our community first? Wait. Oh, no, who will be our community first Bank of the Heartland player of the game? Too early to say as of now, as it's 1-2 as Jones swings the pitch on the outside.
Ooh. Got more stuff.
Good. Your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC as Jones fouls one off. It's 1-2. What do you got?
Just other items of agenda and other basketball information.
I got you. 1-2 coming from the right-hander range. Jones check swing. That'll be a punch-out backwards K-style.
Yep.
Third strikeout by range. We have a score update, though. Lady Rams soccer next to Paul Wilcoxon up 2-0 over Centralia. Benton last check led Salem in baseball 3-0. Lady Rams idle today. They are, according to the schedule, at Cobden tomorrow. Let's see what happens here on the first pitch to Thomas. He doubled earlier. Later scored on the RBI single by Young. He showed Bond pulled back, and it'll be a ball high. 1-0 your score. Rams on top. Bottom of the third inning. 1 out, nobody on for LT. Range looks in, fires. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. A little fastball by him. The count's even at 1. Follow us on Twitter at 94Sports. I believe we might be tweeting or Facebooking some content right now. Facebook address, of course, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. 1-1 in route, misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Here on AM 94. Been known as many things over the years. 2-1, fouled off, third base side over the dugout. 2-2, but always WMIX. A little bit of trivia for you. You know how AM, obviously very popular before the FM, as far as radio systems back in the day. WMIX FM on the air before WMIX AM back in 46. Here comes the next one, and swung on a miss as the bender will fool Thomas. 2 strikeouts in a row now for Range. 3 for Range in the game, and I think he's found his groove. I think Mount Vernon probably scratched out that early run in that first inning, and now that Range is in this groove, it's going to be tough to come by the rest of the way, it looks like. Could be. That'll bring up Zane Zonders. Flew out to right his first time up. Stands in, ready to go against range. Righty-righty battle here with 2 outs, nobody on. Breaking pitch that time in the dirt.
He played for Triad to break out in the option.
Boy, that's no kidding. Waiting for number 13, Christian Moon, to come out of
nowhere. They lost some talent there on that sport.
1-0 coming. That's off the mask of catcher Johnson, and 1-1. Still have nightmares of Christian Moon.
Yeah.
The option's not what you want to see in your third game out of the gate as a guy doing football in this first season. Having only done 3 games ever. 1-1's coming. In the dirt, low and away, 2-1. Good eye by Zane. Woof. Feeling that sun on the back. 2-1's coming. Zonders gets a piece of it, sends it into center. And coming away with it for the grab will be Troy Wiesemeyer. So we head to the top of the fourth. We're through 3, still 1-0 Rams. This is Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Bloomington, Paducah, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And welcome back to Brennan Klein Field. We head to the top half of the fourth inning. As you just heard, it is the top of the hour. So if you're awaiting 94 News at 5, you'll flip over to the FM, just hit the band button, and then find 94. It's pretty simple. Usually works out well when both sides of the dial are both at 94. 5 o'clock news presented by Ford Square, King City Chrysler, and People's National Bank this afternoon. It'll be with Reese Barnfield on 94.1 FM. It'll be Lewis Johnson Wright to get us started for Triad. Lewis 2, Johnson 3, Wright to clean up. Here comes the next one, and that will miss low, 1-0. It hit me. I never double-checked to make sure I had all the names written down correctly. 1-0's coming. That'll be popped up. Second base side, scoots into the outfield, and making the grab is Clayton Reeves. I have to stop and think, because used to Landon Thomas being out there, but he makes a move to center.
8 in a row retired now by Anthony, as he finds his proverbial groove, as we see people warming up behind the first base dugout for Triad, and that looks like they're going to have a pitcher. Lucas Ponte, the shortstop, he's warming up like he could come in this one later on.
First pitch is on the way, and it's fouled back by Dylan Johnson. It'll be 0-1, as that'll hit sidewalk and bounce away.
So Mr. Infante, don't get warmed up too fast, too quick. Range is doing quite nicely here.
0-1, here it comes. Whoa. Good pitch. It just caught the inside corner of the right-hander Johnson. The old bender. 0-2, 1 out, nobody aboard. Rams on top, 1-0 over Triad here in the top of the fourth. Next pitch is on the way. Ooh, beautifully placed outside, but just misses.
Wow, that's a good pitch.
Tough crowd.
Come on, Blue, be consistent. They're dressed in red.
1-2. Here we go. Fouled off, and Fonny will make the grab with no effort. Out in the bullpen. Good job. Stays 1-2, however. Effortless. Didn't even have to move.
No.
1-2 the count here on the batter Johnson.
Surprised he's warming up as much as he is, being it's a hot day, and he should already be loose, being the starting shortstop.
1-2's coming. Catches the outside corner, but misses. 2-2. That's the only way I could recover from that.
Okay.
I was already prepared to call the punch-out. In other words, thought it was a strike, but it ended up being coming.
I did, too. It looked pretty good from this angle, and I'm sitting pretty squarely behind home plate.
It was fairly oxymoronic, obviously, to say catches the outside corner, but just misses. 2-2 is the count, however. 1 out, nobody aboard for Dylan Johnson. Here comes the next one. Swung and miss. I believe that is Jarrett's 4th strikeout of the day. So with 2 outs now, that'll bring up Keaton Wright, the first baseman. I believe a lefty. Took Anthus to 6 or 7 pitches back in the first inning before finally succumbing to an outside fastball, or inside fastball. Either way, painted the black and into the inning, so we'll see what happens here in a similar situation. With 2 outs and the base is empty, here comes the pitch from Anthus, fouled back, 0-1.
Spirited crowd here today.
You bet. That's what makes it great.
A little bit of a baseball, wouldn't say rivalry, but
getting there.
It's getting there.
2 teams met in a sectional championship back in 2010. 0-1's coming. That is whacked and deeply fouled down the right field line. Well out of place, 0-2. There's always an early season matchup here. The Rams in 2010 won that regular season battle. Just ran out of offense at Altoff at the sectional at Hartzog Field. In the championship game, 0-2's coming. That's going to be sent foul the opposite way. Also deep, stays 0-2. 1-0, Rams on top. They played a run in the bottom half of the first, and since then, no offense to speak of either way. We say in basketball a lot, but a 1-run lead here is a lot like 5. Here comes Chopper. Williams gets there off the backhanded stab, fires over to first. Loda made a nice scoop, so good play by Williams to get it started, and we head to the bottom half of the 4th, through 3.5, still 1-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Outwork, outplay, outsmart, all the rest. I am talking about the 2012 Ford F-150. With 4 high-tech engines, including our revolutionary EcoBoost, the toughest truck lineup in the class is also the most powerful and the most fuel efficient. It tows the most, up to 11,300 pounds. It hauls the most, up to 3,120 pounds. It generates the most available power, up to 411 horsepower. It gets you the most bang for your buck at the pump, up to 23 miles per gallon highway. 9 distinctive models, 3 cab configurations, 3 box lanes. Whatever you need a truck to do best, the 2012 Ford F-150 lineup delivers. Come into Ford Square today and find out why the Ford F-150 pickup is the best truck out there at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Field as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Rams on top, 1-0. It'll be Garrett Young and Bradford coming up here in the home half of the 4th. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Lady Rams soccer on top 3-0 now over Central A. Thanks, Paul Wilcox, for that update. Of course, that update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. He's your local agent. You can find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, just stop in. He would love to meet with you. Like a good neighbor, of course, State Farm is there. 1-0 is the score here. Rams on top. Garrett gets started, swings for the first pitch, sends it to third. It's misplayed. Into the outfield it'll go, and Grant Garrett gets aboard. It was a tough hop. Off of the, I was going to say, it was off of the elbow, but hit the glove first. Probably could have had it if he'd trapped it.
Now with that break, Mount Vernon needs to do something with it.
Official score says E5 as well. Must be Tommy Fulkerson in there. He's more like a major league scorer.
I am too. I don't give everybody hits.
That'll bring up Colin Young with a runner on first and nobody out. Bounces around in the dirt for ball 1. Good eye by Colin. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank. Thank you with local style. 1-0. The score and the count to Young. Blooper headed towards the right field side. Nice catch off of a dive. Back safely is Grant Garrett. Great base running by Garrett. Didn't get too far out because it was shallow enough to where it was caught. He could have easily been thrown out at first base, but other thing, though, could have easily been thrown out at second. Good play to get back, period. Amen. So that leaves 1 out now for Pat Bradford. Runner on first, Rams up 1-0 here in the home half of the 4th inning. I have a feeling we're going the distance today. Comes the next one, or first one to Bradford. play for ball one. 1-0 count. Range out of the stretch. The right-hander will fire. Low again in the dirt. 2-0. Bradford ground out to short his last time up to end the first. Has a runner on and one out here in the fourth. Trying to see what he can make happen here for the Rams. The right-handed Bradford matching up against the right-handed Range. His Range elects to check on the runner at first base. No problem for Mr. Ellis. Might have referred to him as Garrett a moment ago. I'd have it. As he is a courtesy runner for the catcher. Check swing by Bradford. Looked as if he had held up, and it'll be ball three. As if, of course, a substitution for like. Choked up over there. Be all right. Slow on the cough button, because I about got him mixed up and turned me down.
Well, I didn't know what number I was.
Well, I forgot to. 3-0 is coming. That will not be the obligatory 3-1 call. That'll miss low and away, so that'll be a one-out walk and put runners on first and second. Trevor Flota. Flota had a decent at-bat back in the second. Rung up on a strike on the outside corner. That probably could have gone either way.
Range is floating into troubled waters here. First and second and one out off the error.
Oddly enough, nothing for that. Flota stands in, runners on first and second, one out, and that's going to go high. That's going to get past the catcher for the backstop. And the runners will advance to second and third.
Wild pitch. That ball was well above the catch. Had to come out of his squat, stood straight up, still couldn't get to that. And the trouble now for Triad. You'll see the visit to the mound.
And Coach just wants to have a bit of a conference with his pitcher. Speaking of which, his conference. Presented by Ford Square, the Ford F-150 boasts an exclusive EcoBoost engine, which means more power with better fuel efficiency. Test drive the large truck champion for over 34 years at Ford Square of Mount Vernon. You can count on us. 9 minutes past the 5 o'clock hour. Of course, if you were still waiting for your 94 News at 5 and have flipped over to 94.1 FM, you might have missed out on some content. You can catch the tail end of it on WMIX FM, of course. Bradford and Ellis, your base runners. Ellis is a courtesy runner for catcher Grant Garrett with Trevor Flota at the bat. 1-0 is the count. Range will stay out, obviously. One out, bottom of the fourth. Rams hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Would like some insurance here. Range returns to the windup here. Back foot on the extreme edge of the rubber, and here comes the 1-0. Flota's making a piece of that, finishes the opposite way. That could score two. They will hold up Bradford at third. Ellis comes around to score on the RBI single. Timely hitting by Mr. Flota.
Yeah, no reason to run into a second out of home plate if you're not certain to get that run. Flota gets an RBI single. It's a second run on three. It's for Mount Vernon to go up 2-0.
Tim Holloway, no Wavin Wendell over there at third base, that's for sure. Who's his last name? Kim? Wendell Kim?
Yeah, Wendell.
Wavin Wendell.
Carlos over there arguing still?
No.
Okay.
Better not be, because he'd be in some rubble. Not trouble. Well, I'd be in trouble, too.
Actually, he'd be in the middle of a new ball field.
Yes, he would. 2-0 is your score here. Rams have runners with corners as Matty Williams. Tried to bunt his way on back in the first inning. We're going to have a pitching change, of course. Visits the mound, presented by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. King City Chrysler has the all-new Dodge Caliber. Caliber cranks up the sedan and exudes attitude with every turn. Of course, you can receive huge cash discounts on the all-new Caliber at King City Chrysler in Mount Vernon. Triad 1-0 to start the year, a 12-5 victory thereabouts against Effingham last week or this week or sometime. Rams will play that same Effingham team, I believe, here on Tuesday. Double check that. I know we're at Denton Monday. The fact I even know that we have games next week is already a miracle in itself.
Okay.
Effingham's here on Tuesday. Montini's here on Wednesday. At Alsop on Thursday. At DuPoint on Friday. Saturday was supposed to have been against Harrisburg. That is off for now. It'll be rescheduled. Would not be surprised at all if Tim tried to get a game in with somebody, however.
Infante goes in the pitch. Do we know who the shortstop is? I see a number 4. That would be Wright. And they're going to move.
4 is
Ty Lewis. No.
4 is A.J. Wise.
A.J. Wise.
So he moves from third to short.
All right. And then the pitcher goes to third base.
That would be the most logical assortment.
Yes.
See if he has any range at third base.
Those stats for Mr. Range, 3 and a third innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's responsible for the runners on base, can only be the loser in this case. Cannot be the winner. Or if they come back and tie it up, then he can have no decision. But that's all he's capable of right now.
Look almost shut, but not quite yet. With runners at the corners here and only one out for Matty Williams. Rams Baseball, remind you, is presented by Banterra Bank. Hit a grand slam, go for the account with no hidden fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC, it'll be the right-handed Williams to square off against the right-handed Infani. Runners at the corners, one out. Rams on top, and Williams bumps that foul deep in the air, but able to hit the backstop before anybody can get there. It's a 2-0 lead for the Rams. They've scored here in the bottom of the fourth inning, adding some insurance, which is one out in those runners at the corners. Oh, sun is unbearable.
Feels good.
0-1, and that's going to be inside. High inside to Williams, swinging and missing. 0-2 now.
What do you do? Squeeze on maybe?
Nah. First and third, who knows what might happen. Here comes, and that'll be a tough foul.
That pitch got in on Williams' hands. He was lucky to get a bat on it and stick it out of play. Now it's 1-2. Not sure the wheels at first. You're going to put somebody in motion, but we'll see now.
Float on first, Bradford on third for the Rams. 0-2 the count to the batter, Matt Williams, with one out in the bottom half of the fourth. Rams lead Triad 2-0, in case you're just joining us here on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Let's see what Infani comes with here on the 0-2. Right down central, that's going to be fouled off. Watch out, cars.
Oh, that didn't sound very good at all.
Now we got one.
Did it get yours?
No.
Oh, I thought I got you through the
Even if it got it, we don't talk about it.
The company car?
I have no idea what you're talking about or if there's even a company car here.
I got you.
0-2 coming again. Curveball just missed high. 1-2. So Uncle Charlie, not a very good visit that time.
Culture checks in. SOP earlier. Culture back in again today.
Really?
Yeah.
Their game already over?
No, just asking questions.
Gotcha.
Checking in.
Oh, checking in via text, not necessarily listening.
Right.
1-2. Yeah. Ground ball, first base side, good grab by Quinn McClure.
Batters like Matt Williams will drive pitchers crazy, so let's keep throwing the bat out there and fouling pitches off.
Quinn McClure, though, has me ready to go to GCS Park. See what kind of tunes he's going to spin up there in the booth.
Yeah.
1-2 the count with one out. Runners at the corners for Williams. And Fonny trying to get the out here. Here comes the pitch. Just misses in the dirt. Counts even.
Snow day. You're lucky for snow days later on in the year. Or no snow days. That allows me a early out.
Of course, that's one we don't have to worry about.
No.
2-2 the count here on the batter, Matt Williams. Swings and misses at ball 3, and that will be out number 2. Swung at that pitch 3 times. I think just got a little over-aggressive at times.
And I like the way Infante started and went up the scale with him, because you can see Williams was pressuring, trying to put the pitch in play, and Infante kept going up the ladder, and Williams chasing.
Still runners to corners now with 2 gone for Clayton Reeves. He grounded out to short his last time up. I wanted it up being a great play by, at the time, Infante. Reeves will foul this one back, 0-1. Whether retirement is years or months away, open a retirement account that fits your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member Federal Deposit Insurance Corp. As we wait the 0-1 to Reeves, he'll take it outside, well outside the right-hander, 1-1. 2-0, Rams on top against Triad out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. Boy, see what Infani comes with. He's going to go right after Reeves, and that's tailing away towards right center. Diving grab, not going to happen for Triad. They're going to wave Floto around the score. Reeves will head to second base with a 2 RBI double, and the Rams take a 4-0 lead.
Nice job by Reeves. 2 RBI double. Got to like the work. Mount Vernon's busted this one open now. 4-zip Rams.
Floto came around to score all the way from first base. It's an easy try by Pat Bradford, but Floto was on his horse, able to come in and score. It leaves an RBI chance still off of the double for Zach Jones, who's 0 for 2 today, but with one swing of the bat could make it even more interesting as the Rams will score 3 in the bottom of the fourth to make it 4-0 with 2 gone and that runner on second. It's Fonny trying to get out of the inning. Faces a lefty for the first time, and Jones swings and misses 0-1.
Celebrity watch.
You bet. people all over the place. Speaking of which, I'll go here in just a second as we wait the 1-0 to Jones. Fouls it off. It'll be 1-1. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. You can also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Try to keep you updated on the goings-on throughout the area today.
There's some going on.
Salem Benton, another game in action. Centralia Mascoutah. Oh, yeah. Here comes 0-2. Swung on a miss, and that'll end the inning. We head to the top of the fifth. Rams have done some damage. It's 4-0. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Field as we head to the top half of the fifth inning. Range Massey Wise 2 up here for the Knights as they trail 4-0 to your Mount Vernon Rams. Anthus back on the hill for another inning worth of work. Rams have 4 runs on 4 hits unofficially. First pitch is going to miss low and inside for ball 1 to the right-handed range.
Nice inning for Mount Vernon. Got 3 runs, 4 hits in the game for Mount Vernon as we're halfway home.
True to form. Here comes the next one. Going to catch the outside corner. Counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria. Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location in the King City. And welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Next one's on the way. Catches the inside corner this time. And what a portrait. Mr. Anthony is painting this.
He's moving that fastball to and fro around the zone.
And we have a 1-2 count on the batter range. Swung on a miss. Went off speed that time. And that'll be strikeout number 5 for Anthony.
Curveball used that time by Anthony. And I'm telling you what, he is wheeling and dealing today. Defense, stay on your toes.
Of course, he'll go to Shawnee Community College next year.
11 in a row put down by Anthony so far.
Not bad. Gave him that C&I single left side of the infield back in the first.
Yeah.
Really the only damage done. Lefty stands in Massey. Now you hope you don't jinx. This is going to be a ground ball to second. Williams will pick it up, play it perfectly, 4-3 the put-out.
If he lays back on that dribbler, Chris, he gets caught up and gets handcuffed, and it's an error. He came up and got that immediately off the bat, made the play necessary instead of laying back on it.
Here's Spora to Matt Williams. Nice transition for the Mount Vernon Rams at second base.
And Matt Williams, you can tell it's going to be hard for anybody to snag that position away from him the way he's played in both at the plate and in the field so far this year.
There is no joke about that. 2 away now for A.J. Wise. Nobody aboard. He takes the first pitch well inside. It's 1-0. That's the thing, is we always talk about success breeds success. With the Rams' recent run of regional championships, that interest is going to continue to be there, and with the coaching philosophies that we have in place, I think Rams baseball is going to be in pretty good shape for a while.
And the key has always been here, the county schools that feed into the high school, your little programs as far as Colt, Pony, and otherwise, which feed into the Junior Legion and the Legion. That's key in this county right now to get Mount Vernon Rams baseball success.
Low and inside this time.
Hey, you look at the last few years, Woodlawn, Rome, St. Mary's, successful in Class F, getting to the state tournaments. I mean, it's, a lot of those kids, some of them come up here.
No doubt. 2-1 the count to Wise. Here comes Anthony's next offering. It's to Williams. Surprise, surprise. Plays it off the hop. Throws the first in time. So a K and a couple of 4-3s. Do the Knights to the top of the fifth. Same score, 4-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise a message of being a local community bank, However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. There's a better way to shop today, Baroviax IGA. If it's Baroviax, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Baroviax, you got the best. For hometown proud, you see. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. The Mount Vernon Rams lead Triad 4-0 as it will be 2, 3, and 4 to get the Rams started in the home half of the 5th inning. Some scores to report from around the area. Lady Rams soccer on top of Seatown 3-0 at last check. Benton Rangers, I believe, led Salem 3-0 at last check. Forget the inning, I forgot.
Our normal tweeter is at their usual tweet a couple and then go get lost for a few hours and then come back.
I got you. So, as we'll await the first pitch to Ansis and then finish the scoreboard up to Thomas. This is low and away. It's 1-0. Baseball action today. Centralia Orphans trail Mascoutah 1-0 in the top of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch will be a ground ball to second base, picked up without much of a problem for Lewis. Fires the first in time. That'll be a 4-3 to retire Thomas. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, for all of your insurance and financial service needs. Visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, worldwide at TonyWilt.com, or you can walk in, call in, or click in. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Zonders will stand in with 1 out, nobody aboard here. Home half of the 5th, Rams up 4-0. Breaking pitch will miss in the dirt, 1-0. So we near the bottom of the 5:00 clock hour. 1-0 pitch, fouled, first base side, out of play. Hits the pavement, going to bounce in the gravel. Watch out, young man. Don't just run across the gravel. Oh,
I remember those days, the old rated softball fast pitch tournament. Racing for softballs that were fouled over fence through harm's way.
Oh, Lord, 1-1's coming. Swan a miss, high fastball.
At that age, getting quarters.
Or something like a dog. You got to watch out. Well, in the middle of the street anyway.
Well, you had a system. Everybody pulled their money together so everybody could get what they wanted. It worked out very well.
1-2's coming. Check swing. Did he hold off?
Ooh,
I don't think that one was looking.
I think if he'd hit that, that'd have been a fair ball. But it's 2-2. It gets a break.
2-2 the count. Let's see the pitch this time. And Saunders will send that foul towards the concession shack. Not really a shack. Sometimes people find that derogatory. I was just looking for something different to say than stand.
On Tap Farm on the iPad, they call it a shack, a cheap one.
2-2's coming. Saunders wisely lays off.
I'm just saying.
Counts full.
You know, the old Tap Farm in the classroom we have growing. We've earned enough coins to get a shack. We'll move up later.
Tap Farm?
Tap Farm on the iPad, yep.
And the full count pitch bounces around in the dirt. Zonders will take his place at first base on the 1-out walk.
I like to see kids like Zonders hustle down the line.
Sure, you don't know how far that's going to get away. You might turn around, see the catcher still have some trouble with it, and run on down to second. I know there was some Major League discussion on that. I can't remember who it was from the Dodgers ran to second on a walk. Some were calling it Bush League. I call it baseball. Here comes Garrett inside outs that one to second base. They'll try for 2. Second base for the first out. They'll turn the double play, 4-6-3. And that will do it through 5. Still 4-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back, Brennan Klein Field. We have the top of the sixth inning. Rams on top of Triad 4-0. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton is back with us back at the studios in Mount Vernon. Of course, that's where we are as well, so he's just across town from us. Couldn't do it without Second Chance Auto. Get bank rate financing at Second Chance. They have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000. And bank rate financing for everyone. You can get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. 4-0 to score. Triad down with Infante, Wiesemeyer, and Thomas coming up. That's 8-9-1. That's assuming no lineup changes here. Hard to believe, top of the sixth already as we near the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour. First pitch, fouled just behind us. Yep. I always brace to hear the off the top, and it didn't happen this time. It's 0-1 here to Infante. Now the pitcher was a shortstop. Facing off against Mr. Anthony. 0-1's coming. Make it 0-2 or maybe an out as it gets in foul territory. Or is it going to stay fair? It'll stay fair. Oh. Thought Anthony was going to Turk Wendell over the line there for a second, but he makes the grab in fair territory.
No licorice or designs out behind the mound yet.
No. And I have not seen us brush his teeth in the dugout either.
No.
For your information.
That was
remember, he started like in 93 or something like that with the Cubbies. Then went to the Mets.
Mets, Braves.
Oh, I forgot about the era.
I had a stint there in Atlanta.
Ooh. A cup of cappuccino.
Yeah.
That brings up Troy Wiesemeyer.
Actually, he was there longer than a cup of cappuccino just
really?
Because of the, cappuccino takes you longer than drinking coffee.
Right.
Taste,
yeah. Well, I went there. 0-1.
He was kind of, ball miss outside, he was kind of average stuff, but had a lot of sidelights to him, which made him interesting.
Made him marketing available, but that time MLB marketing wasn't the greatest in my opinion. 1-1 will be a ground ball at the foot of Anthus. Flota's going to have to go get her. Was it off his knee?
Yeah.
And that'll be an infield single for Wiesemeyer. Anthus will get up and try to walk it off.
Yeah, second hit of the game for Triad as they roll over to the top of the order. There's nothing you can do, and Anthus is walking that around very gingerly.
Of course, he's the type of kid that'll try to rub some dirt on it. Tim Holloway doesn't want to have to go out too far and have it recorded as a visit.
Well, if he goes out for injury, he can go out there and talk to him about the injury, but not about the strategy. Oh.
What's up?
One thing about it. It's one of those deals, reading some other college basketball tweets.
Oh, I got you.
You know, when one school's in a tournament and that school needs a coach, you don't go looking for that coach while they're still playing.
Oh, no. I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Whether retire, I said that already. Don't strike out. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced health-savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC.
Don't believe he got charged with a trip. He just went out to their UK, threw one pitch, and Coach Holloway talked to the infielders. So be curious to see if he got charged with a trip, but didn't look like it.
Sure enough.
First runner to reach in 14 batters now with one on and one out for the ninth.
It was of the tough luck variety, right off the old shin, I think, is where they decided it went off of. First pitch is on the way. That's Rick Fowl, third baseline. And that'll be a hard-hit strike. Blake Thomas, who stands in 0 for 2 today. Both times flew out to center field.
His toughness goes up with me on that. Impressed.
Oh, Jared Anthony. His toughness could tell a tale. It'd be quite the tale as that's fouled off first base side this time. Doesn't get much further than the batter's box, however. And it's nothing to do. Very local fan base.
We like to hear that every once in a while.
A lot of support for the team.
Don't mind that. They're not derogatory or anything. Just like to hear that.
0-2 the count here to Blake Thomas. Runner on first, one out, top of the sixth. Here comes the pitch on the way. Great grab by Garrett. Kept it from going through the 5-hole, but the count becomes 1-2.
Anthony only had 54 pitches through 5 innings. So, he's got still a lot of left in the tank as far as pitch count goes.
I might have seen a double play turned here. maybe the 4.63 variety to counter what Triad came with earlier. However, this could see its way into the gap. No, cut off by Thomas. He'll fire it back in to keep it a single. It'll be a one-out single. Puts the runners to the corners now here in the 6th.
Anthony's got one up in the zone that time, and that pitch was driven out into center field.
Good correction.
Pitch drove into center field.
Pitch drove, pitch was driven. I like where you're going there.
Either way. Corrected and moving on, and it's trouble. First trouble for Mount Vernon today. Back-to-back hits for the Knights.
Never an issue with a grammarian who catches himself.
I know.
Well done. Runners at the corners now. One out for Ty Lewis. Lewis is grounded out to third and flown out. Yeah, flown out to right. See how Anthus counters here out of the stretch. Pitch on the way. It's going to miss low and inside. Ball one. Well, let's remind you, Rams Baseball is presented by Banterra Bank. Don't get caught looking in an embarrassing situation. Make sure you've opted in your debit card for overdraft purchases. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. We await the 1-0 to Lewis. Here it comes, and that is going to be popped in the left. Bradford gets underneath. The runner's going to tag. Here comes the throw. He'll stay put.
Yeah, not deep enough. Bradford could show off the cannon that time. Runner stayed at first, and a great play by Bradford. He didn't wing it over the cutoff guy, because you throw it at cutoff head level, that guy first can't go either. So it keeps both runners pinned. Great fundamental baseball by Bradford out there in left.
Which is what we love. Fundamental baseball. With 2 outs and runners at the corners.
Because why? It's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun and fundamental.
Yeah, exactly.
2 outs.
Function, too.
Can't have function without fun.
Or fund.
That too.
Fun, yeah.
Speaking of funds, Community First Bank of the Heartland brings you your player of the game with 5 Jefferson County branches of responsive quality service for all of the funds in your accounts. And Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. They'll bring you the player of the game and the postgame. 1-0 the count, runners at the corners, 2 gone. Top 6, still 4-0 Rams. That's going to be about belly high. Not that he has a belly. 2-0 to Dylan Johnson. A couple of candidates, contenders for the player of the game award. Player of the game nominated to become your Ram of the Week on WMIX, presented by Commentators. 2-0 the count. Dylan Johnson, runners in the corners, 2 gone. The pitch is going to be popped up. First base side. It'll be Matty Williams there to take care of it. So Triad strands 2. The Rams continue the shutout. It's 4-0 Mount Vernon. This is King City Baseball on WMIX.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank. People's National Bank is proud to be a family-owned bank that has served Southern Illinois for over 100 years. We take pride in offering products that are customer convenient and friendly. With free checking, online banking, CD specials, mortgage products, and many other convenient banking services, we have everything to meet your banking needs. Stop by any People's National Bank and see what banking with a family-owned bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back, Brennan Klein Field, as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. For the Rams, it'll be 5, 6, 7 coming up. Colin Young, Pat Bradford, Trevor Flota, barring any changes to Tim Holloway's lineup here in this home half of the 6th inning. With Banterra's mobile banking, kind of made a portmanteau there out of Banterra and mobile. With Banterra's mobile banking, you can check your accounts online from half court. By half court, I mean the bleachers. Banterra Bank. Thank you with local style. Member FDIC, as I read the wrong side of the wrong sheet. That'll happen. Not a perfect system I have here, but it's a system nonetheless. Speaking of systems, Colin Young, systematic hitter, has an RBI single to his credit today. He's 1 for 2.
It's a big inning for Mount Vernon. Triad at first and third and 1 out. Nothing. Toothache. And Anthony still looks good.
Gosh. Good kid. Good pitcher. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on a miss by Young. He falls behind Infani here. Infani, the relief pitcher, came in and then he should go. Huh?
Lindy Infani?
Not that one.
Okay.
David?
That's true.
Isn't that the guy from the Broncos back in the day?
Back in the day.
Wasn't like Diaz Infani or something like that? 1-1 the count here to Colin Young.
Here in Infani plays for the Braves now, I believe. Too.
Omar. Wait, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in Benton would let us know that immediately. Or Salem.
All over the place. 2-1.
Oh, yes.
Here it comes to Young. He'll turn around on that one.
And Fonte got in on Young's hands, saw that bat off right in his hands. Metaphorically speaking.
Of course. 2-2 is what I have the count as. Here, nobody out, nobody on. Young gets it started. Dribble or foul. Pat Bradford will pick it up, just throw it right back into the field of play.
So the word metaphorically shows up on a baseball broadcast. How about that?
Yep.
Oops.
You'd be amazed. Over the
I
years.
can't imagine for a doubleheader on Saturday what topics we'll get into as the day goes on.
You may not want to know yet. 2-2.
Oh.
That's missed on the first base side. No indication, so that means it's a fair ball.
Yes.
And that'll go towards the corner. Colin Young's going to go to second base where he's safe.
That, my friends, is a double.
Yes, it is, because it never touched glove.
Never touched glove, and it got around the base and the bag, and he kind of looked around at everybody and then, went right by him. You can see the frustration down there from right, but he didn't touch the ball.
Yeah.
Hoping for the umpire bailout. That's what you got to do. You got to make that play. You can't depend on the umpire. Go ahead and make it. Don't worry about it later.
You didn't say anything. You had to assume fair territory until something was said as Bradford will get a piece of one. Into foul territory, right field side.
Oh.
That hit the porta potty?
That hit the porta potty. Boy, if somebody's in there, they're going to think somebody played a joke on them.
May not have.
No,
it missed the porta potty.
Oh, I hit a car.
It went deeper than we thought. Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Our sympathy.
Yeah.
Never done that. Look over the F-150 sometime. You'll find one. 0-1 coming.
Yeah, there's that other F-150 down there, too. I just don't feel like really parking very close over here.
You're wiser not to. I parked the Fusion really far away today.
Oh.
0-2 the count.
My vehicle is way down by the soccer field.
Fusion is nowhere to be seen unless you turn around and look for it. That's all I can say.
It's over there, isn't it?
Somewhere. To your right and then your left. Oh! Foul ball off the mask of the goalie. Stage 1 and 2. I love the goalie style catcher's mask, so I'm not going to lie.
Have 100 points.
How hard is that to believe? Except it's not, but it is. First time since they've had 100 points since, I believe, 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. When they won the
That
President's
makes the
Trophy.
playoffs more interesting.
And then I think they lost in the first round of the Sharks.
Now, don't get me wrong. When playoff hockey comes, I am line and sinker.
Sure.
But this will be more interesting to have somebody in it, local taste.
And hopefully he match up against somebody other than Roberto Luongo, like in 09. That's the game I met, Game 3 of the quarterfinals back in 09, when I met Joe Buck. Shook his hand. He was coming back from the commode. Here comes the 1-2, misses low and away. I assume, anyway, 2-2.
And how was the visit?
Not long.
Cordial, or was he just...
Oh, good. Excellent guy. That's why I follow him on Twitter, @Buck. We're at 94 Sports. 4-0 is the score here. Rams on top, runner in scoring position. 2-2 the count with nobody out. The count's full now as Bradford sees that as ball 3 in the dirt outside. Did I say follow Joe Buck at 94 Sports? Did I get that correct?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
That's all that matters. 94 Sports. See this 94 Sports full count pitch. There it is. To second base. That'll advance the runner Young to third. Bradford almost beat it out.
That is by good baseball. Bradford hustled, didn't give up on the play. But that's good baseball. Hit that ground ball to the right side, advance that runner. If you're going to get it out, use it to advance the runner. Good baseball. Love seeing stuff like that.
Why I told you. Not that you didn't already know.
No, I already knew.
There's something about Rams baseball. 4-0 the score here for Trevor Flota. I believe in his last at bat, he had an RBI single. Later scored on a 2 RBI double by Clayton Reeves. First pitch to Flota, low and away, ball 1.
Oh, that's interesting, too.
It's all interesting.
Our friend from up north. Well, not a friend, but media.
Twitter friend?
It's not, well, yeah, we follow. At 94 Sports.
Fouled off by Flota. This is going to the concession shanty.
And you said Shaq was bad?
Overall, it's shanty. Makes you think of the phone company.
Oh, my.
1-1 to count to Trevor. Trevor and
big run. Infield in for Triad. They tried the St. Louis Tony La Russa style stuff, meaning they will run in for different positions on each pitch. Not a big fan of that.
2-1 the count now to Trevor.
Especially at this level, you're not capable of doing what professionals do, obviously.
1 out, a runner on third. Bottom of the sixth, that'll be a strike. Low, but 2-2.
And all Flota's got to do is get the ball in play. Best part, ground ball probably doesn't work, but you got to get something. At least put the bat on it. Take your chances.
See what happens on 2-2 with 1 out, runner on third. Rams up 4-0, and that'll miss outside. Count is full. Orphans trail Mascuda in the bottom of the fourth by a score of 2-0. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, visit Tony Wilt online at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like a good neighbor, that pitch isn't.
Good at-bat by Flota. Got behind the count early and battled back full and then threw the walk. Now you get a guy, and Matthew Williams has the ability to get the bat on the ball. What do? You put some people in motion, force balk, get them run. Options available with Mr. Williams at the plate.
Force balk would not surprise me with 1 out. Stranger things have happened. I've seen it plenty of times with the Rams. Williams will show on. Goes first base side. Could be a play at the plate. Runner's safe at the plate. What?
Yeah. That didn't work. And the ball was there. Tag was there. Fielder's choice 1-2 for the second out. Very nicely done by the pitcher and catcher.
Thought he had head first to just underneath it. Young out of the plate, and now they'll put 2 outs on the board with runners on first and second, and you can't mind the aggressiveness there.
Williams needs to put that bunt another foot or two to the right of the pitcher's mound as we look. Left side first base, and that run scores. Just a matter of feet.
Alabama Clayton Reeves takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner. Good at bat by Reeves back in the fourth. Had the 2 RBI double. Put the Rams on top 4-0. 2 outs here, home half to 6. 0-1 the count to Clayton. Runners on first and second. Pitcher and Fonny trying to get out of the inning unscathed. Here it comes. Curveball is just caught inside.
Oh, that was nasty. Reeves buckled on that one.
Pretty sour.
Getting some grief from the dugout about dancing around that plate. He's even got a smile on his face. He looks back at the catcher, and they sure laugh. Sometimes that Uncle Charlie scare you.
Chuck, not too kind at times. 0-2 coming. I'll take ground ball.
And you got to like it that Infante comes back with that cook and says, I'm going to see what you do with it this time.
It's car you want today at Second Chance Auto. They have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at 10 GUR in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams, who lead Triad 4-0, home half of the 6, 0-2 the count to Reeves, 2 on and 2 out. The 1 in scoring position is Flota. Williams off of first base, and here comes the 0-2 to Reeves. He'll send that foul first base side. Look out.
Nope. Oh.
Off of the bounce.
Oh, whose was that? Oh. Wasn't yours.
No, it's not. It's not even in play.
You're getting awful jumpy about it.
Of course I do.
Testy.
2 outs. 0-2 count to Reeves. He'll call time.
That's a good play.
Yep.
That's out.
Midway through the fifth, still Mascuda 2, Orphans nothing. Baseball action on Big 12-10. Wiley, W-I-L-Y. 0-2 the count. Reeves will chase. They'll throw down the first and complete the out. So Reeves strikes out swinging, and that'll do it through 6. That scoreboard update brought to you by Tony Wilt. We'll hear a message from our sponsors. Come back at the top of the 7th. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
Just in the nick of time, we head to the top half of the seventh inning. Last chance for the Knights. 4, 5, and 6 coming as Keaton Wright gets us started. Ant is still on the hill, and that'll be ball 1 low. Here comes the next one, outside corner this time. 2-0. Scoreboard update today and every day presented by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. Find them on the web at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Still 2-0. The Indians are on top of the Orphans. That's Mascudas. That's fouled off. Hits the overhang. And there you go. 2-1. See what happens here on 2-1 to the lefty right. And he will give that a lift in the right field. Reeves is going to have to backpedal. It'll get past Reeves. He'll pick it up with a bare hand, though, and fire it in. That'll keep it at a double.
Reeves got turned around. The old George Bell trout out there and right. And once you do that, you start losing speed and distance gaining on the ball, and it's a leadoff double.
And that'll bring up Andrew Range with a chance to help out what was once his cause.
4th hit for Triad today.
This is one of those wins, Danny, that the Rams were able to get. It's very impressive.
Yep.
To me. Knowing how good Triad's been in the past, and have a class coming in that much was expected of, but we'll see how their season plays out.
Yeah, you know how that stuff goes.
Not over yet.
Junior high. It's not over, but hey.
4-0 to score here, top 7. Runner on second, nobody out. Hampton's out of the stretch, and that's going to be ripped just past the glove of Williams. That'll go in the gap. 1 run will score. Thomas will come up with a throw, and that'll be an RBI single by Andrew Range.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Holloway goes with Anthus as the run does score. First pitch swinging that time on the RBI single.
No doubt. Score an extra base hit with Banterra's Visa debit card. It provides the convenience of a checking account. You guessed it, in a card. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. We'll see Zane Saunders come off the third base bag. Might see him. Anything could happen here.
That's so. Okay.
So we'll have a runner on first and nobody out in the top of the 7th. Rams on top 4-1 over the Knights. Spelled Knights, but pronounced Knights.
Jones is going to pitch. Way he's stripping off wristbands and the like.
Probably going to see Loda go elsewhere. Saunders over to first. I have a feeling we'll see Loda short or second.
Yeah, Williams will go to short.
For Williams, just about anywhere would be okay.
Yeah, he's solid. Loda go to second. Williams goes to short. Jones pitches. Yeah. Saunders goes to third. And Harrison goes to... Saunders goes to first, Harrison to third. As I chase Coach Holloway around the diamond on his changes. So Harrison at third, Williams at short, Loda at second, Saunders at first, and Jones goes to pitch. So Anthus goes 6 innings, gives up 5 hits, a run, it's earned. Walked none, struck out 5, has the opportunity to be the winner in this game. And that's it. He, of course, the Triad comes back and ties it up at 4. He loses the win, but that's where it stands right now with nobody, with 1 on and nobody out.
Of course, Anthus looking for 2-0 on the year. Rams looking for 4-0. Triad, though, has a runner on first, nobody out. They've played in 1 in the inning. RBI single by Andrew Range with Massey getting ready to approach the plate and coming on in a save situation. Zach Jones. His previous 2 appearances were not save situations. Yeah, it was. Salem was. Got a hold. Civic, however, was not. 4-1 the score. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Rams. 1 run on 5 hits for Triad, and we will see Massey step up to the plate, the lefty with a runner on first. See what happens.
Struck out looking and grounded to second. The left-hand batter.
See what happens with Zach Jones out of the stretch. Pitches on the way, and that's going to be in the opposite field. Will fall for a base hit. It's the chalk. I thought, but it's going to be a foul ball.
Ooh.
So
their third base coach kind of questioning.
Not the first time. So it's 0-1 to Massey.
Faster struck with the breeze. Painted lines down there. It's not the proverbial chalk. Which makes it a little tougher. It doesn't blow up.
Must have been the dust of a dry field. Looks great. They work so hard on this. Before, after, every day. You name it. 0-1 the count down to Massey. Runner on first, no outs, top of the 7th. Swung a miss, but gets foul ball. Okay. Let's catch another break. That got through. I didn't hear it, but then again, we're not going to hear those usual sounds with the new material of that. Yeah. Usually you'd hear the slight ping.
That in the headset.
That doesn't help. 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Runner on first. Top 7. Rams up 4-1. Next one will just miss high.
Ooh.
1-2.
12-6 curveball dropped in there, it looks like.
AM or PM? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I think so. 1-2. Next one's coming. That'll miss high and away. The count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for Triad. They're down 3. Runner on first base for Massey, who's worked the count back to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We will have to find a Community First Bank player of the game with 5 Jefferson County branches, of course, and responsive quality service for all your accounts. That'll get away from the catcher, Garrett. A courtesy runner will head to second, Criley. I never saw them come out, so I'm assuming a courtesy runner.
Wow. They are excited here to our right.
They are. Possibly something developing here in the 7th inning.
Some of our friends over to the left not happy with their antics.
Usually gets interesting here.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah. Between crowds. Two, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Full count, nobody out. Runner on second. That's going to be a ground ball, first base side. Williams gets it. Somebody's got to get to the bag. Jones got there, and that's the out.
Oh.
Benefit of an umpire not being on top of it, probably.
4-1 on the out. Runner goes to third. You give up the run for the out. Or the advancement for the out. No run scored. Oh, come on.
As A.J. Wise comes to plate, another lefty to work against Zach Jones. 1 out, top 7, still 4-1. Rams on top. Let's see what happens here. Jones, the right-hander out of the stretch, comes at it. It'll be a low strike, but a strike nonetheless. It's 0-1.
In the game, he's been here for an hour and a half. I always like that line.
Keep in mind, this is the same fan base that has yelled at me before on the radio. You really did not know that. Yes.
What year was this?
First year we started doing baseball, it started off 0-2. My first year of broadcasting would have been 8. No, it was in 10.
I'm usually not doing baseball this time of year. I wouldn't know.
It was in 10. It wasn't the first time. It was in 10, the second time they came here. Because that was just a trial run in 08. We didn't actually air the game, but we tested it out. I forget why we did it that way. Long story behind it, I remember. Oh, I remember now. 0-2. With 1 out and a runner on third. Here comes. This could be inside. He'll get away. Oh, plunked him, and the run will not score. We'll have to go back.
First and third, and bull. We're not making this easy. The rally's on to our right. Like I said, I'm not used to doing games this early in the year, so you're ahead of me here in that aspect.
Yeah, sure.
Now, Infante. Shortstop pitcher, Mr. Everything, batting 8th. It's a scary proposition here.
It will definitely be interesting. Here comes the first pitch on the way, Infante. Great stop by Grant Garrett. It's 1-0. 1 out, runners at the corners, tying run at the plate. Good about second chance auto. Traditionally, would bring you our halftime show, but no halftime in baseball. We have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced through $10,000. Bank rate financing for everybody. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. 1-0 pitch is going to low and away, 2-0. Lucas Infani is his name. Currently the pitcher for Triad. Right-handed batter looks to get back into the box. A lot of encouragement now from the Troy faithful. Some might be from Marine or St. Jacob. Wow, 2-0. Infani digs back in with runners at the corners ready to go. Here comes a pitch on the way from Jones. Swung on a miss, blew it past him. It'll be 2 balls and a strike now. Twitter, follow us at 94 Sports. Facebook, WMIX Sports. Next one's on the way, swung and missed.
Interesting, Chris. First and third, one out, tying run at the plate, and Fonte swinging for the hospital. And I don't think he needs to. He needs to bat that swing back and take your chances.
He's trying to raise the bar. Didn't work out too well. 2-2 the count with 1 gone. Here comes the next one. Swung on a miss. Great scoop by Grant Garrett. That's huge.
He's out anyway because first is occupied. And Garrett made the scoop to prevent the runner from getting anywhere or removing a runner. Here we are.
So 2 outs, runners at the corners, tying run at the plate again. Troy Wieselmeyer. He had a single back in the 6th. We'll see if Jones can get the final out here in the top of the 7th and send us to the Bean Insurance postgame show. 2 gone, 2 aboard. Jones will step off.
Yeah, first ball play is not useful here. Can't do that.
We'll have the Bean Insurance postgame show coming up after this completion. An independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. It's Bean Insurance. Here comes the first pitch inside, low. Ball 1. Garrett will walk the runner back to first base. You can call Bean Insurance at 244-BEAN. That is 244-BEAN. Don't forget, on the air tomorrow about 4 o'clock as the Rams travel to Monroe County to take on the Waterloo Bulldogs. Quite the trek. Another Valley team tomorrow. 1-0's coming. That is going to be smacked to short. Williams will pick it up, fires to first. Game over. The Rams are 4-0 on the year as they defeat the Triad Knights by a final of 4-1. We'll come back and we will have your Bean Insurance postgame show after this. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, St. Louis, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
Your heart health is too important to ignore, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan wants to help educate you about your heart risk factors before it's too late. So mark your calendar and tell your friends about the upcoming St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Holiday Inn in Mount Vernon. You'll have a chance to have a heart risk profile blood test completed for just $30, as well as a number of free health screenings, a chance to learn your diabetes risk, find out more about the link between sleep problems and heart disease, and much more. To reduce wait times for blood testing, you are encouraged to pre-register now by calling 1-888-257-6098. That's 1-888-257-6098. For most accurate results, be sure to fast for 8 hours prior to blood testing. Do it for your health. Attend the St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The 2012 Dodge Avenger. It is a sedan that counters the traditional vision of the segment itself. Technology, power, fuel efficiency, safety, its attitude sets it apart from all other contenders. Here's to the four-door that works double time to ensure that you are getting big-time results from a mid-size package. The 2012 Dodge Avenger. Sporty-looking mid-size sedan with up to 37 miles per gallon and awesome incentives right now at King City Chrysler. Receive up to $3,000 rebate or 0% up to 72 months right now. Come in today and let's talk, have a cup of coffee, and let's deal at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a Deere vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident, but I was wrong.
Each year, Deere vehicle crashes cause death, damages, and injuries. And about 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer, visit EerieInsurance.com. A message from the Bean Insurance Agency and Erie Insurance.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
Chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts await at the Bean Insurance Agency, but you won't know how much you can save, quite possibly, until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 242-6017 or 244-BEAN. That new number of the repertoire is 244-BEAN. Give them a call. This is your Bean Insurance postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, wrapping up the Mount Vernon Rams 4-1 victory over the Triad Knights. Let's hear, actually, Facebook update coming. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Looks like a paragraph. It is. That means it's very, very full of content. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. You can also follow us on Twitter. We had some updates on there. I say we, like I do much with it. But there were some updates on there at 94 Sports, or if you don't have a Twitter, so to speak, Twitter.com/94 Sports. We'll get to the Heartland Accounting final stats here in just a moment. We're ready.
We're ready to go. Triad 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. Mount Vernon 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error. Your winning pitcher is Jared Anthus. Losing pitcher Andrew Range. And a save goes to Zach Jones in a game that took 1 hour and 39 minutes as the Rams go to 4-0 on the season.
4-0 and back in action tomorrow against Waterloo. Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. They, of course, your small business expert. Back on the air tomorrow with a 4 o'clock pregame as the Mount Vernon Rams travel to Waterloo to take on the Bulldogs. A rematch not only of a game on the same afternoon a year ago. What'd I say? 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock pregame.
4:15, first pitch.
Yeah. Okay. Did we catch it in time on the Facebook update?
No, well, I'm just saying I didn't know it was a 4:15 first pitch. I figured it was the other way.
Actually did something right.
4 o'clock and 4:15?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just easy to look past. It's about 4:15, 4:30 is okay. I got you. But yeah, Waterloo Bulldogs rematch of the 11 sectional championship game. Also, again, a rematch of a regular season game played here last year on what was a cold, breezy day in the month of March when March came in like a lion. This year, like a lamb. Well, it doesn't go out like a lion, as the old wives' tale says. But the Mount Vernon Rams on the road tomorrow. Catch that game here on AM 940, online at mywithersradio.com, of course. That is tomorrow. Not much left to do here as the Rams beat Triad 4-1 here in another home victory. Rams 2-0 at home, 2-0 on the road. They'll put the road record on the line again tomorrow. We need to come back with a Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game, so we will do that, take a break, and tell you who the player of the game just happens to be. 4-1 your final, Rams over Triad. This is the Bean Insurance postgame show on WMIX.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, WMIX online at mywithersradio.com. Another home victory from Brennan Klein Field. The Rams beat Triad 4-1 here on a balmy, beautiful Tuesday afternoon as it turns into evening now. The election coverage coming up tonight on WMIX in about an hour or so. A little less than that. Not much to do here on the Bean Insurance postgame day, but to wrap her up and give a Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game, and it is Mr. Anthony with another great pitching performance to lead Mount Vernon this 4-1 win. And there you have it. Masterful outing, of course, for Jared Antis. He improves to 2-0 on the year. Zach Jones got his second save of the year. And the Rams able to get a big win over a Mississippi Valley Conference foe here this afternoon. They'll take it. They'll play Waterloo tomorrow, get a 4 o'clock pregame, 4:15 first pitch here on WMIX online at mywithersradio.com. That wraps it up for us here this evening. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, on behalf of our sponsors, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. 4-1, your final over Triad in 7th. This is Chris Hugo. Good night.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX.